So another thing we also want to discuss is trend lines. Some persons do this. I don't do it. I don't do it. I want to prefer price because I just feel it's speculative. Some people want to prefer. So trend line is that what do we define by a trend? A trend is a series of continuous movement in a direction. For example, we said uptrends are higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. Higher lows, this low is higher than 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 this low. So consistent series of higher lows and higher highs. That is what makes an uptrend. So inside of here you have what some persons will classify as a typical uptrend, a classical uptrend. This is an uptrend for them. It could come up with, you could see a lot of things on the chart. So it's not usually a straight line, so it could be anything, but you see that you have drawn a line now, price consistently bounces up. So let's assume they want to analyze this chart. They will tell you, let's see if it's a downtrend here. And so after this one happens, they will draw a line like this. You see how it works. This one did not get here, but immediately it breaks this line, they will tell you the trend has ended. So for example, also you could see some was sharp as the slope is as sharp as this. They tell you once it breaks this line, then it means the trend is over. So you could see something like this there. So the thing is that the trend line, they want it to meet 2 points at least on the chart. So this could also be another trend line. So when they get to a point like this, they draw another line so that if price comes here, bounces it in the future, they will say, okay, let's know what we can see. See, come here now, it has bounced up. So they can take a buy here to take profit somewhere around there. So let's see that it works. So you see, it has already taken them. So, but sometimes if they place a buy here, their stop loss will be below. Of course, that is how you should conventionally. If you take a buy here, the stop loss should be below this low. So if you see here, see what they've done, hit profit. So for some persons as well, that is just how the trend works for them. So let us assume also that you take a buy here at every point in time when it reacts to this. So you see 1, 2, 3 react, it breaks it. So immediately it breaks, they are looking to sell at this point. Put your stop above here. That is what some will say. So that is typically how trend line works. Trend lines is just to join one adjoining point on the market to each other. Some people use it to do analysis. I don't. I feel it's too subjective. You see them draw here tomorrow, say, okay, no, it has broken the line, did not break here. No. I feel it's too subjective. That's why I don't use it. But I try to teach you so that you understand that these are the various procedures in the market. So immediately it breaks out of this trend line. I start selling with my stop loss here. Then it could also be, if let's assume I sell here, immediately broke the trend line, and my stop loss is here because this was the last swing. Let's say I want to do a one because gold has been in an uptrend. Let's say I want to do a 1:1, which is typically my style, and I go for 1:1. Let's see if it hits profit, because of course you should know you shouldn't be trading like this because gold is in an uptrend. So let's see whether it goes. It hits my stop loss. So that is why I'm saying so. Well, that is why I basically don't use it. I don't believe in it. So you could see this is another example of a trend line. Some persons use it and they know how to analyze. You can draw a trend line from here. Now you see, now you can join 3 adjoining this, so that whenever it comes here again, they tell you the trend is bullish. So now you see it has broken below my trend line. So gold is a buy, but and also another trend line could be something like, you see, could be something like this. So it is just typically how I don't use it, and I don't really have an understanding. So I can't criticize it per se, but I can't use it. That's another thing. So because this trend line, it has happened there, it has happened there, another one has happened there. Some persons will go short here. You can see now I failed about 2 of them. They'll go short there to take their profit here with their stop loss just above this. So to know how many tweets it broke it again. So the thing is that they use it to monitor trends. So whenever gold is on a trend, so they don't want to be caught not doing what is necessary. So let us assume that this is another trend line. So you can see how difficult it is to analyze with it. So let us keep going and see where if it touches this trend line. So they now say, okay, this one is the major trend line. They now come in here and tell you this is the micro trend line for an uptrend. So let's see either of them what happens. So you can see there is a rejection at this trend and they tell you, okay, let's sell here. Let's see how it does anyway. It's an uptrend, so do that at your own risk. Uptrend, let's say 2:1, and let's say 2:1 is somewhere here. So it needs to take profit. So you see how their trend line works. So 2:1 has covered for the previous two losses. So but I don't do it. I don't fancy it because I feel it's very subjective. I feel it's very, very subjective, and I feel like it doesn't give you a critical assessment of what is happening in the market. So this is another trend line. So when price comes here, they want to see how price reacts. It breaks above the trend. Tell it has broken above the trend line. Put your stop loss below the last low that formed the trend line. Your entry is here. Then let's say 2:1. 2:1. Yeah, it's already. If you do 1:1, depending on what you do, or some of them could also want to take profit at this previous high, which is also good. Typically these are the things you see in the market. So I can't also teach what they call chart patterns, but I'll teach you my simple chart pattern, which I do, and I believe it is not more that it is not, or it is, you don't need too many things. I'll teach you what I know and how it works for me. So I'll do that in the next video as my chart pattern, then I'll call it a day here. So cheers.